Welcome to Victory Wednesday on the Group Parlay podcast. God, that feels good to say after a long losing streak. As always, Nick Strom, Andy Semo, Kevin Soyan. A lot of sweat in in yesterday's games. I don't know if it was just because the games they weren't that close. It just was our own feeling after losing so many freaking parlays in a row. But yeah, feels good to win one. So I'll let Kev give a better recap.
Yeah. I'd say each had minor fears. Strom's was very close actually. And mine was close at halftime, but we'll go through them. We'll go through them in order. So we started with watching the hockey game. Penguins Jets. We had under six, and there was 3 goals midway through the second about. So that's a little scary, Not it was right on pace. And then luckily ended the second, 3-0, and then no goals in the third. So nice hit there. Andy's
It was
back on his
nice.
hockey unders.
Winnipeg scored and they overturned it. So
Oh
that
yeah,
really
yeah.
That was
real
good.
big boost.
That was big. Hockey unders 17-3. Crazy. And then we moved on to the Minnesota plus 3.5, going college ball out of left field for Strami. That was a tight one. I mean, they were losing by like I think want to say around five. It stayed tight the entire game. And then Minnesota ended up winning outright. So a very nice pick on the plus 3.5 there.
Yeah, they got down about 9 points. And they had this freshman who could not miss. He hit like five or six threes yesterday. So it was a fun one to watch.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it because it was a Peacock exclusive. So I had my phone put up the entire game. And then Suns minus 1.5, 9 p.m. start. Some of the boys couldn't stay up and make it the whole way, but uh, that was tight. First half wasn't great, but I could just tell from the stats that they were going to do much better in the second. They were just unsustainably bad in the first half with KD and Beal. Um, so yeah, they pulled away, and the Bucks didn't have Lillard or Brook Lopez, so they had to win that game, and they ended up winning by 8. So beautiful plus 448 hit for the boys. We're back after 17 or 18 losses in a row, and it's crazy. I mean, the timing was actually impeccable of that losing streak to be that bad. And on February, we are now down just half a unit. And in January, we started so hot that we only ended down less than a unit. So like to lose 18 parlays in a row and not have a crazy bad month is insane.
Yeah, it
We
actually
kind of got lucky
true.
in that regard.
We did blow a 12 unit lead, but we don't need to talk about that.
This is true.
So I just chalk it up as one of those fluke things. Won't happen again. Fingers
It's a slump.
crossed.
It's like
But
baseball. Players go through slumps. It happens.
We'll look back and laugh about it.
it's parlay betting. What are you gonna do? I mean, it's very, very hard. So, all right, let's get into some picks for today. Strom, give us your first pick.
Yep. I'm going back to NBA. I'm going Cavs minus 10.5 against the Wizards. The Cavs are probably the hottest team in the NBA right now. They've won 14 out of their last 15, including twice against the Wizards. They beat the Wizards by 39 and 24. So they absolutely blew the doors off of them. Over that span, their average win margin is 18 plus. And Washington is terrible covering at home at only 29% this year. And they've lost 9 out of their last 11 games. So give me the Cavs. Give me the hot basketball team. I just want to blow out here.
I
Yeah,
like it. This was really the only pick I liked on the board
That's what I like to
for
hear.
NBA.
The
yeah.
NBA god likes my pick.
What'd you have, Kev?
All right. I'm switching it up because again, I was just staring at the board for 2 hours doing all the research and I just could not find anything I liked. I was thinking about going Warriors, but just couldn't do it. So they got some injury issues on that game. But I'm going Zubac over 6.5 rebounds. Uh, he's hit this 10 in a row at home, which they are home tonight. Um, and he's coming back he was out like 3 weeks. So that's the only sketchy part about this because the line's lower than it would be. 6.5 is low for him. He's averaging 9.6. In January, he hit this before he got injured, every game besides once he hit this number. He just played for the first time on Sunday. He only played 18 minutes and had 3 rebounds. So if he plays his normal ones, him and Valanciunas will be eating at each other tonight and shouldn't have any issues.
Are we aware of any minute restriction here?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Not aware.
That would
Because
be
I recall we did this with Franz Wagner. Although he did play a lot, he was on a minute restriction before that. So
that would be my
With
one
him coming
caveat.
back, with it not being his first game, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that's a little sketch to be honest.
Just give me 30
Not
minutes.
anything I
give
like,
us
man.
25 minutes, huh?
Low. It's a
25.
low number. It his normal number's got to be closer to 8.5. So there may be 7.5. So
We'll
I don't
see.
know.
As long as there's no minute restrictions, I love it, but hopefully he plays 25 at least. All right. So I'm going hockey, small slate today, so I had to do some digging. I'm going Rangers money line. On the surface, I didn't like this pick. I did a little bit of digging. Tampa is 10 and 13 and 2 on the road. They are terrible on the road compared to their home record. And the Rangers are elite at home. They're 16, 7 and 0 at home. Tampa before the break was really hot. They were 8 and 2, but back to that home record, 6 of those wins were at home. When they were on the road for those last 4, they were 2 and 2. And the other thing is we've seen a couple teams already when they come out of the break, they've been sluggish. They haven't been as crisp as they were before. So the Rangers have already played. They had a chippy game against the Avalanche and they won in overtime. So I'm really thinking that they're going to bounce back and have a good game tonight. And the last couple things that I like, Jacob Trouba is back from suspension. He's a good key defenseman for the Rangers. So he's going to be back. And Eric Chernak and Sergachev are both defensemen out for the Lightning, who are key pieces for them, which has led to the Lightning being, they've give up 3.3 goals a game. So overall, I really like the Rangers here. So give me Rangers money line.
Makes sense to me.
I just
A
go
little
with the
nervous fading the
data
good
and
team,
then
but I like the stats.
yeah, I mean the
Good
Lightning are a good
stats.
team. They're a good team. Like give them their props, but on the road they're just a different team. They're not as good. First game out of the break too. I really like that.
Yeah, a lot of these games are low scoring. I was looking at the board yesterday and it was like maybe 1 or 2 went over, but all of
Yeah.
them were really low scoring games. So
Yeah. So
And similarly, we'll know the result of both of your games going into my game. 9 o'clock start for me. Be a good one.
I will not.
I hate the 9 o'clock
Me
games. I'm
too.
not gonna
Hate
lie.
it. Maybe
Not on
Zubac just
purpose.
throws up 7 boards in the first half and we can just all go to bed happy.
That'd be cool.
All right. So to recap the picks, we got Rangers money line at -137, Cavs -10.5 at -130, and Zubac over 6.5 boards at -142. Comes out to +421 for the parlay.
Let's make it back to back, huh?
We're due for some W's. So that's all I can say is we're due for some wins. Give me 3 in a row. That's what I want. I want to just feel good again.
Let's go
Feel
on a
good about our
run.
record, our units. So
Go on a
that's
run.
what we got.
Let's get it.
Let's get it, boys.